Being a parent is not easy. It's often difficult. There's a story from World War II. It's taken from the time of the Holocaust, and it's the story of Solomon Rosenberg and his family. Solomon Rosenberg and his wife and their 2 sons and his 2 parents were arrested and placed in a Nazi concentration camp. It was a labor camp, and the rules were simple. As long as you can do your work, you're permitted to live. But when you become too weak to do your work, then you will be exterminated. Rosenberg watched his mother and his father being marched off to their death, and he knew that the next one would probably be his youngest son, David, because David had always been a weak and kind of frail child. Every evening, Rosenberg would come back to the barracks after his hours of very intense labor, and he would search in the barracks for the faces of his family. And when he found them, they would huddle and they would embrace together and thank God for another day of life. And one day Rosenberg came back and he didn't see those familiar faces. He finally discovered his oldest son, Joshua. Joshua was back in a corner on the floor and he was crying and praying. Mr. Rosenberg went up to his son. He said, "Josh, tell me it's not true." And Josh turned and he said, "It is true, Papa. Today David was not strong enough to do his work, so they came for him." "But where's your mother?" asked Mr. Rosenberg. "Oh, Papa, they came for David." And he was afraid and he started crying. But Mama said, "There's nothing to be afraid of, David." And she took his hand and she went to the gas chamber with him. You see, that's love, and that's motherhood. Mothers, this is your day. God bless you in it. And I pray that if there's anyone who is watching today who's never experienced that love of God that's so close to the love of a mother, that today you will find it. Amen.